while there's a lot of news, there's really only one story. One story that ought to stun every reporter. And if anyone is not talking about it, if any journalist is skipping past this, you can't trust that journalist. Can we play Eric Trump, please? He was on Fox with Maria Bartiromo yesterday. So this is a day old. So the numbers will have changed by now. But here's Eric Trump, cut number 9, on Fox with Maria Bartiromo yesterday.
This might be a little inside information, but as I was leaving my house about 37 seconds ago, I asked my wife, what are we up to now? And she said, just in terms of small dollar, we're well over $70 million. This is $21 donations, $43 donations, right? Small dollar donations. If you add the large dollar donations to it, you're over $200 million. But you're over $70 million. And by the way, Maria, wow. 30% of those people have never been seen before by a political party, right? I mean, these are Americans who are pissed off. They're coming out of the woodwork, and they want to support a guy that they just believe is getting bamboozled by a system. And we saw it with impeachment 1. We saw it with impeachment 2. We see it where they weaponize every liberal DA and AG across the country with one intent, to take him down, to slander him, to ruin his reputation, to try and divide his family, to try and bankrupt him, to throw him in jail, to do whatever the hell they can do. And America sees through it. They know exactly what's going on.
They do know what's going on, and they are indeed angry. People are going to DonaldTrump.com who have never contributed to a campaign and giving $10 or $25 or $50 or $100, and it should keep up. I can't do it because I'm under an NDA, which I can't disclose to you, that prohibits me from contributing to campaigns anymore. I used to contribute all the time. I don't do it anymore because of my NDA. I work for media organizations, a lot of them, and some of them don't allow political contributions, and I respect the rules. But if I could, I would contribute to Donald Trump because I am disgusted with this verdict, with this process. I am revolted by it. And I'm not the only one. We had on air yesterday Senator Cotton on Meet the Press. We had Doug Burgum over on Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan. We had Will Scharf, one of the president's lawyers, on with George Stephanopoulos. Can I play one part about what Will Scharf, one of the president's lawyers, had to say? Cut number 13 to George Stephanopoulos.
No, I think when you look at the jury instructions here, Judge Merchan essentially, I wouldn't say rigged the deliberations, but certainly steered the jury towards the verdict that he clearly wanted. We're going to be challenging Judge Merchan's failure to recuse on appeal. I think it constitutes a clear due process violation. We're obviously going to be challenging aspects of the jury instructions themselves as well. I think there's a lot of appellate material there.
That's quite a change for you. Before the verdict came out, you said that the jury instructions are quite favorable to your side. So when you think they're going your way, the instructions are favorable. When the jury rules against you, the judge made a mistake?
I think hope for the best, plan for the worst, George. But I think when you look at the totality of the circumstances in this case, this is a prosecution that should have never been brought. This was a case tried in front of a judge who clearly should have recused. I think we have a lot of fair complaints with the way that this trial was conducted. And I think ultimately President Trump will be vindicated on appeal.
The ethics panel for
and
the
I
state
agree
of
with
New
him.
York said,
And by the way, when you get $70 million in small donors, that is, it's not jury nullification, it's voter nullification of the jury's conviction. That's what's going on. And I wouldn't trust a poll for 3 weeks because it's going to take 3 weeks for people. I don't think everyone thought this case was nonsense when it was brought. You know, the Department of Justice rejected it. The former Manhattan DA rejected it. Bragg originally rejected it. 2 of his prosecutors quit because he wouldn't bring this silly case because it's so absurd. And they end up with a hand-picked judge, Merchan, who had contributed to the Biden campaign and to 2 Act Blue campaigns. Small contributions, symbolic contributions, which make them even more staggering.